Anyway, in the end, fair result. You've just been listing all the names, how strong they are. Why aren't Portugal more heavily favoured for the World Cup, guys? Luis?
Fernando Santos, Portugal's biggest enemy is Fernando Santos sometimes. And to Shaka's point, I was impressed with his in-game management today. But when you look at what Portugal has recently done in the Nations League, even in this qualifiers, remember how they got here in the first place. They needed to beat North Macedonia to get here, right? With all the talent that they have. Sometimes I feel there's a little bit of a tunnel vision with Santos, which is, and I'm sure I'm going to be wrong, I actually predicted for them, you have to gamble sometimes in your predictions for the World Cup, right? I said Portugal might not even get out of this group because of the strengths of South Korea, which have been proven. Today they were great. Uruguay, who didn't play that great. But I thought that Portugal sometimes is limited in their own thinking and the way that they are relying too much on individual ability. And to be honest with you, I'm still not impressed because valiant Ghana, got 2 goals out of them. I want to see what Portugal does when they play a real force. And I tell you what, Uruguay is going to wake up in the second game and they're going to be well up for it.
Just before we bring Jules in, sorry, go on, Shaka.
No, I was going to say, I totally agree with everything Anami just says. And as much credit as I'm giving Fernando Santos right now, against better opposition, does he make that change to bring Rafael Leao on still at 1-1?
Yeah.
The other question that may come up as they go deep in this competition, dare I say, if Portugal do get into the knockout stages, is what do you do with Cristiano Ronaldo? Because while we are giving him his credit, and rightly so, for all that he's done, for that record that he's just written, he had 2 gilt-edged opportunities in the first half to open the scoring that he fluffed his lines. One, the second of which was a trademark header at the far post that you would put your mortgage on Ronaldo to score, but it kind of speaks to some of the frustrations around his club form. If that continues through the group stage, do you stick with Cristiano Ronaldo if they get into the knockout stages? And then what does that do? Just kind of given some of the rhetoric that we've been having around Ronaldo and his frustrations with not featuring for Manchester United, does that translate to this Portuguese dressing room? If Fernando Santos dares leave him out, there's all kinds of questions and twists and turns before we start really.
Shaka, before Julian comes on, he's going to put him on because. Fernando
because he scored a goal for his side and put them ahead.
No, because he's going to give him penalties every and again. I'm going to get all the Ronaldo super fans absolutely trolling me.
He was just warming up. And by the way, don't worry about who you've got going through, Luis, because Shaka's proven to all of us that you can pick a team who you've got to win the World Cup and then you can suddenly just backtrack on it after they have a really bad opening game. Argentina, for that matter. And he's sticking with the fact that he's backing and saying, no, they're not going to win it anymore. So don't worry, Luis. Apparently, those are the new rules.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
It's a clause in my contract, Luis. It's a clause.
Hey,
yeah, he's like Dua Lipa. He's got new rules. Right.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.